Hello everyone, welcome to our Facebook Live. I'm Gemma and I'm a Student Recruitment Officer here at the University of Suffolk. I also study for my degree and my Masters here, so I can answer any general questions you might have. I'm joined by Jenny and Rebecca from Student Life and Learning Services. We're also going to be giving away a prize bundle today worth £200. This includes a £100 Ipswich Gift Card to spend at participating retailers and restaurants, a £50 Waterstones gift card and a £50 Empire Cinema gift card. To be in with for a chance of winning, all you have to do is leave a question or a comment for our panel to answer, or just something that you want to learn more about during the session. So just pop that in the comments box at the side. I'm just going to pass over to Jenny and Rebecca for them to talk to you briefly about their roles at the university.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenny. I'm a student life advisor, so I can answer questions regarding the support at the university, and my specialist subject is accommodation.
My name's Rebecca. I am one of the librarians at the university, but I'm representing the Library and Learning Services team. Obviously, using the library and using learning services is going to be a very important part of your journey. So I hope you've got some good questions for me.
Fantastic, thank you very much. I know we've had a couple of questions in advance as well, so just whilst we're waiting for people to log in and just type some questions, perhaps we could start with those. We had a really good question from Carol Ann on Instagram, and this one's for you, Rebecca. She said, could you tell us what help there is for mature students with academic writing and research?
Okay, so in our team, our team is divided into two sections. We've got a skills team, and then we've got sort of like an information team. So I'm part of the team that helps students recognise what kind of information that they need and where to find it. And it's more about, yes, you can still carry on using Google, but also recognising that there's some really useful databases and resources that you can access through the library that you can't access through Google. So that's one aspect. And then the academic advisors that we've got, their specialism is to support you with the more academic side of your course. So I'm the information side, and the academic skills advisors talk to you more about your academic writing, note making, how to structure your essay or whatever it is, the task that you're looking into. They might be talking to you about the proofreading strategies that you need, how to plan, how to motivate yourself, all sorts of different things. And we can all be accessed through the same email address, or there's some web links on there's some shortcuts on our website to sort of direct you to the right member of the team.
Perfect, thank you. And Caroline's just asked a follow-up question regarding that. She's just saying about obviously mature students who've often been out of education. So do you have like a lot of experience with those mature students? Can they come to both teams for help? How would that kind of work for them?
Definitely. So I was a mature student myself, so I know exactly what it's like. So I like to think that I brought quite a lot of my experience as a mature student to the University of Suffolk. But basically, we've got, so our staff, we've got all ages, all different types of experience. So everyone's got their own specialism. Sometimes we support people based on the school that they're studying with, but most of us, we just support anyone, regardless of how old they are or their abilities. So I'd like to think that we've got lots of experience and we're all really, really approachable.
Fantastic. Yeah, I can definitely support that. Everyone's very approachable, and I had to have help writing essays and whatnot. It's really helpful. And we've got some more questions coming in. Sky says, during the enrolment period, is there information about submitting an ID photo, and if there are any requirements to the photo, so like passport style? Jenny, are you nodding?
Yeah, I am nodding, yes. Yes, passport style photo would be fantastic. So a clear view of you facing straight into the camera. Plain background is preferable as well. So no funny faces, nothing hiding your face either. Glasses are absolutely fine though. But yeah, passport style. When you're invited to enrol, there will be a link to upload your photo, and there will also be advice on there if for any reason the upload doesn't work. There is an alternative method as well that will be advised all through the applicant portal.
Perfect, thank you. And Laura says, where can I find the application form for the 2022 bursary? I've been pointed to the applicant's area but not had any luck.
I actually had this question earlier today from somebody else. Whilst I don't know the answer, I did notice that the link wasn't where it usually is. So I'm not sure if the team that look after that have moved it. My advice would be to email our bursary team. So it's bursary@uos.ac.uk. We can put that in the chat. Best thing to do is just let the team know that it hasn't appeared for you, and they'll be able to advise how you will be able to make that application for your bursary.
Perfect. And Force of Habit said, how easy to get a part-time job in the area? Yeah, I don't think anyone's had any problems with that. We do have a scheme at the university. You can actually become a student ambassador and work part of the team that I work in. And basically the student ambassadors like give campus tours and help out with open days. Sometimes we have like filing requirements. They help with those sorts of things as well. So once you're at the university, you can apply to be an ambassador. But there's loads of local shops, restaurants, bars. We've got cinemas, swimming pools, etc. So there's plenty of different places where you can get a part-time job. So please don't worry about that. Also, if you've already got a part-time job wherever you are living, sometimes if you're part of like a chain, you can actually transfer your job to Ipswich instead. So that's worth looking into. When are timetables available to view? Usually it'll be on your enrollment information on your applicant area, usually a few weeks before your course starts. Most courses start in October, so just keep an eye on the applicant area. Wow, we've got loads of questions. Fantastic. Everyone wants to win that £200 of prizes. Good questions. May says, when it comes to parking on the site, is there a paid permit? Yes, there is. Well, it's not a paid permit. There's just a permit that you apply for once you start at the university. But you have like a grace period because obviously we have your details on the system. And then parking is £2 a day for using the machine. You can use the app, but if you use the app, there is just a very small few pence charge for using the app. A question for you here, Jenny. If someone's unhappy with their accommodation, this is Steph, would it be too difficult to switch to a different type of accommodation?
Okay, if that scenario were to happen, the best thing to do first of all is to speak to your accommodation provider of where you are initially, and just see maybe if they are able to move you to a different room on that site, do a room swap, something along those lines. Typically speaking, you may not be able to move to a different property because a tenancy agreement is a legally binding document. I mean, if your landlord agrees and says, yes, absolutely, we can release you and you can find a place elsewhere, then that's not a problem. But you will need to read the terms and conditions very carefully in any tenancy agreement or the booking terms and conditions, and it should lay out when and if you can cancel in there. But any questions, best person to speak to is your accommodation provider. It may differ from property to property.
And whilst we're talking about accommodation, Jenny, obviously there's lots of different types of accommodation, which is very close to the university. Are there any, do you know, that still have rooms available for this September?
Yes, so Athena Hall is the on-campus halls of residence. It's literally a stone's throw from the waterfront building, which is sort of the centre of the campus. They've still got plenty of rooms available. They rate them in four room bands. So you have bronze, silver and gold in the shared flats, bronze the smallest, gold the largest, and then they also have studio rooms as well. From the update I had from their team today, the bronze are currently sold out, but there is still good availability for silver, gold and the studios if we have any mature students or student couples. Off campus, they are more or less full now. There are a couple of rooms still available in Spring Court, which is halfway between the campus and the Ipswich Hospital, so it could be handy for those on a placement at the hospital. And there's also a room still available in Ormond House, which is up by Christchurch Park, which is a beautiful area of the town. So for Athena Hall, if you contact go onto our website and have a look at the Athena Hall page, and it will link you through to their website with their contact details. For the room in Spring Court or Ormond House, have a look at Suffolk Student Pad. Again, go to the property page on our website and it will link you through to Student Pad, so you can have a look and get in contact and see which one you like best.
Perfect. And I know we'd had some questions previously to this event about whether they're shared bathrooms, en suite.
So Athena Hall is all en suite. So you get your own private bathroom, and then if you're in a shared flat, you share a kitchen and living area with the other members of your flat. So the flat sizes there are 4 to 7 per flat. Ormond House, The majority of rooms are full ensuite. There are a few rooms that have their own toilet and hand basin, but share a shower with one other room. And Spring Court is shared with your flat. So at Spring Court, the flat sizes are 2 to 7 people per flat. There will be a shared bathroom and a shared kitchen and living area per flat.
Brilliant, thank you very much. A question for you, Rebecca, from Caroline again. What time is the library student support open to in the evenings and at the weekend, please?
So the library's core hours are 8:30 till 9 o'clock on weekdays, and weekends are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Obviously, we do sometimes have to vary those hours based on staffing or if there's any closures or issues or whatever. So we always recommend that people have a look at the website just to check the opening times for that day. And sorry, what was the other bit of the question?
Evenings
Sorry,
and weekends, yeah.
and basically support will fall into those hours. But new for this year, we are going to trial, very excited, evening appointments and weekend appointments.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so and we'll be totally flexible, well, as flexible as we can be based on demand.
Oh,
I'm not saying 2 a.m, but
no, that might be a bit too flexible. And Phoebe has asked if the uni library is accessible on the Libby app.
oh, I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, I haven't heard of that one either. So I'm not sure, Phoebe, I'm afraid, on that one, because we have our own system. We log in through My Suffolk. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Sorry. We'll have a look at that. As far as I'm aware, no, I would say, because we haven't heard of that one. Alyssa's asking if you have to pay for societies, and if so, how much they are. In terms of societies, you don't generally have to pay to join them, but depending on the society that you do join, obviously will depend on whether there's anything that you might need to pay for, depending if you have specific people in to run the society. For example, if there's like dance classes or something, you might have to pay a small amount. But unfortunately, Alicia, that will obviously vary between the societies. Rebecca, Jessie's asking about purchasing books and other material for her course. She said she's going to be studying law.
So the good thing about using the library is that we, the library, pay for the majority of resources that you're going to need in advance. So we've got access. So based on what the lecturers have told us that their students will need in the upcoming year, we make sure that we've got books, journals, ebooks where appropriate, but also databases that you're going to need for your topic. So thinking of law, one of the big databases that we've just upgraded is the Lexis database. So yeah, pretty much all of everything, all the resources you need will be available in advance. If for any reason you need a resource to borrow that we haven't got, you can either request it through an interlibrary loan, which means that we'll try and get it from another library. They lend it to us and we lend it to you. You bring it back, we send it back. Or we'll buy resources on your behalf to borrow from the library. If possible, we get ebooks so that they, within 24 hours, you can have your hands on the book that you need. In some circumstances, if a book is old or maybe unusual, we might have to buy it, and that does take a little bit longer. But the important thing is that if you communicate your resource needs with us, we'll do our best to get whatever you want.
Perfect, thank you. Ashok has just said that the university and Suffolk is beautiful. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. We agree. Carol has asked what types of laptops are compatible with the lecture hall slides, etc. I would say, I think, Carol, you probably mean in terms of, so we use a system at the university. We have something called an OWL, and basically it records all of the lectures, not all of the lectures, sorry, most of the lectures are recorded live. So it means if you couldn't get in for a lecture, you could watch it live from home, or you can watch it back at a later date. As far as I'm aware, you can use this on MacBooks or on Windows systems. There isn't any sort of specific type of laptop that works or doesn't work. Jenny, one for you from Leah. Is there available support for those struggling with finding appropriate accommodation?
I would say the best thing to do if you're struggling with we've got all the recommendations on our website, but if you're still struggling with that, best thing to do is to email the Student Life team. Let us know what your requirements are, if there's anything in particular that you're looking for, any specialist requirements that you need to have. And if it's if there isn't anything within the accreditation scheme that we can advise of, we may be able to point you to external agencies who can help you.
Brilliant, thank you. Elliot was just saying he's excited to start the university journey in September. Fantastic to have you join us, Elliot. Just wondering what the structure of Welcome Week is looking like this year. I think that's probably still being planned at the moment, Jenny, from...
I think so, yes. I know there's going to be, so the Students' Union will be working on the Freshers' Week, and they'll publish all of their information on their website just as soon as they've finished finalising the details. In terms of the department I'm from, there's also going to be a WOW Week, which will be the Welcome Orientation Week, which I believe is the week after Freshers and Induction. And it's just another chance to catch up on all the various different support teams that are available through the university. Because we know at the start of term, you get a lot of information thrown at you. So we've tried to space it out over a few weeks just to sort of break you in gently so that you can absorb more of that information as well. But yes, watch this space. There'll be lots more information to come.
And I do know that there's going to be some library activities definitely in the first couple of weeks and throughout the first, I think up until the end of October, we've got a programme of different workshops and activities that students can drop into. We've got some bite-sized sessions at lunchtime just to get all the students up to speed, I suppose, with some of the expectations of using the library and learning more about the academic skills services that we offer. Shall I just say, I've just looked up Libby app, and I've worked out what it is. I know. No, we're not part of that.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, sounds like we've got some excellent activities planned, but please don't worry if you miss any of the activities. I know that obviously Jenny, Rebecca and all of their teams are more than happy to have one-to-one sessions with you, extra tutorials, etc., to catch you up to speed, or if you need to go over something again, more information, then they're more than happy to do that for you. We've just got another question from Ashoka asking about the types of facilities provided to international students. I don't know, Jen, if you want to talk about sort of an overview of the support services available to students generally.
Yes. Yeah, sure. So within the Student Life team, hopefully we've got everything there that you need. So we've got the Student Life advisors in the Student Centre. We're just behind the reception in the main waterfront building. So you'll see us as soon as you walk in the front door. You can come to us for pretty much anything. If you've got a question and you don't know where to start with us and we'll point you in the right direction. Within the wider Student Life team, we do have student finance advisors. We've got disability and mental health advisors. We've got, there is an international team as well. So if you want to know what events they're putting on for international students throughout the year, or you've got any questions about visas or immigration or anything of that nature, then please do reach out to that team. We've also got a counselling team as well, and we do have a careers hub as well. So hopefully everything you possibly need. But as I say, if you're not sure where to start with Student Life, and we'll make sure you get through to the people you need.
Yeah, they're really good.
In the library, sorry, keep interrupting.
That's okay. No, fine. Go for it. You're so excited.
In the library and as part of the academic support team, there is a specialist who works with international and ESOL students.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. That's really good to know. Ashoka, if you've got any other questions about international facilities, then please just let us know in the chat. Leah's asked about notification of materials, so books, reading material, etc. And again, about timetables and stuff. All of this will be released onto My Suffolk, onto your applicant portal, usually towards the start of term, usually timetables, etc., a couple of weeks before everything starts. And then another question again about Freshers Week, as Jenny said previously, and we might be able to pop the website up for you. We have, obviously, the Student Union have their own website, and everything will be released on there as soon as they are ready with it. So, and we've got a Student Union Live Q&A on the 6th of September, so you can find out more about Freshers Week and sports and societies. So if you've got any more detailed questions, then please join them there, and the Student Union will be able to answer those questions for you, as that's what they do. Elliot said, thank you very much for your answers. He's very prepared to be overwhelmed with stuff in the coming weeks. Hopefully you won't be too overwhelmed, Elliot. It's just a lot of information, but like we said, we can always recap on information as well. Someone's saying about they're starting paramedic science in February 23. Is there another Freshers Week for February intakes?
Yes, they have a smaller one which they call Refreshers Fair. So it will be for the new intake coming in, but also for those who have already been here a few months. So yes, absolutely, you won't miss out by starting in February.
Yeah, okay. And some starting midwifery in January 23. So there'll be refreshers around about that time as well.
Yeah,
it's
I
all
think
in.
it's in February, so that it captures both the January and February starters.
Perfect. Ashoka has asked, like, as an international student, how to find a job in the area. Is there anyone that can help with that at all, or any advice there, Jenny?
Yes, we've got a dedicated careers and employability team. They can help you with mock interviews. They can help brush your CV up so that you can send that out. They've got a list of employers that they work with as well that have advertised vacancies, so they can really help you feel prepared for both applying for the job and also prepare you for the interviews as well. And we've got the in-house vacancies that we mentioned earlier, the student ambassadors and other opportunities as well.
Perfect. So can they help you with like brushing up your CV and that sort of thing?
Absolutely, yeah. And if you want to have a practice at some interviews or anything like that, the types of questions that employers are likely to ask you, they can do a mock interview with you as well, and they'll pretend that they're the employer, and then they can give you feedback on actually how you did with your answers and help you there.
Perfect, thank you. And if you want more information about our careers team, you can go on to uos.ac.uk/careers. Fantastic. Just another question, really. Do you have any tips, either of you, for students who are sort of moving out for the first time, or students who are sort of attending university for the first time as well, really?
With my accommodation hat on, I would say learn to cook a few basic meals if you are not somebody that tends to cook for yourself already. I myself had to have some emergency ironing lessons before I left because that was something that I just really didn't do. I would say if you're going to be moving into accommodation, take some photos of family and friends and your local area with you as well. That might help with homesickness. And when you do move into the accommodation, don't be afraid to stick the kettle on for everybody, open a packet of biscuits and get everybody chatting so that you can make friends instantly when you arrive.
Fantastic.
Top tips. I think the only thing that I'd add is toilet roll. Make sure you've got your own secret stash. Being serious though, no, I think eating well is really, really important part. It might be, I don't know, the first time you're sort of looking after yourself, and I just think it can be quite easy to get into bad habits. Yeah, I'd really advise against that. And I know that you might not know how to cook, but we've got some cookbooks that you can access in the library.
Fantastic. Super. Oh goodness, we've got more questions coming in. Are we allowed visitors in the accommodation? Staying in Athena Hall, love if the sister could come and visit.
Yes, absolutely. If you check your tenancy agreement, it will say exactly how many visitors and for how long they're allowed to stay. So it may vary from property to property. But yes, absolutely. You will be responsible for them whilst they're there. So make sure they're on their best behaviour. But yes, that's not a problem at all.
Perfect. Carol Ann's just said she's coming to an open day on the October the 8th. Are there tours of skills labs on the day as well as the university? Yeah, we give on our open days, we do give tours of all areas of the university, and we try and specify our tours to suit the people who are on the tours and what subjects they're looking at. Another question for you here, Jenny. Evelyn said, if we wanted to get a delivery to the accommodation, how does it work? So, for example, like a Tesco delivery, do they contact you on your phone and you come down and meet them? How does that work?
I'm going to give you my best guess for this answer because I don't actually know. It probably depends on the type of property that you're living in. So if you're in Athena Hall, depending on what time you're getting your delivery, it may be that the reception team have actually left for the evening. So I would say the best thing to do is have Tesco contact you on your number so that you can pop down and meet them in reception there, because they won't be able to get in the front door without you. So that's probably the best thing there. Depending on the other property, if you're in one of the off-campus properties, again, probably advisable that the delivery driver contacts you so you can make sure that you are at the front door to let them in, because it's all secure accommodation. We don't just want all and sundry wandering in, so you may need to be there to open the front door for them.
Perfect, thank you. We've got someone asking about scholarships for international students.
Yes, we've got some details about scholarships, both from the university and from external agencies as well, that students might be entitled to. Best thing to do, have a look at our website on the international and EU students page, and there's a whole section on there about fees, fundings and scholarships.
Perfect, thank you. We have got information on the website as well for home students as well in terms of scholarships, including the Ipswich Award as well. So we've said someone's an international student who's got classes starting. Oh, you haven't received your CAS or letter. Okay, is that a problem for you? I would contact admissions for that question, as it's like a specific question to you, Shreya. So just contact admissions and they'll be able to help you. If you just go onto our website, you'll see admissions phone number there, or email address is admissions@uos.ac.uk. It's on the screen for you. So please just contact them. We can help you. Bethany asked how many people are usually in classes.
Don't know. Depends on the course. Not something I personally have access to, I'm afraid. There are definitely some class sizes that are larger than others, but they're all very manageable so that the lecturers get to know you on a name basis rather than just faces in a crowd.
Yeah, when I attended the university, I did an English degree. We had about 90 people in our year group, and obviously that changed as we went through the different throughout the course and through the years. But we always had our lectures because of people doing, depending on what modules you're doing, etc. At that particular point, we had varying numbers from sort of 20 students up to perhaps 30 or 40 students in the larger size lectures. But we also have seminars where you'll have smaller groups of students, and then you'll have tutorials, either group tutorials where you might have up to sort of 5 of you in a tutorial with a lecturer, where it's sort of more personal, you can ask individual questions a bit more, and then we also have one-to-one tutorials as well, with your lectures and with your personal tutors, so you can ask questions. So yeah, quite, fairly small class sizes, especially compared to other universities, but all of our lecturers are really helpful, really friendly. Everyone on the site is, and if you need any additional help, then everyone's happy to stay after lectures or arrange tutorials to speak to you. So fantastic. Well, we are coming to the end now. You're very welcome, everybody who said thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on our Facebook Live. Oh, we've got one quick question. Someone starting September, Mark, do we have any advice for self-directed learning? A little worried about organising myself effectively enough so I can learn from the course material.
So I wonder if this might be the kind of thing that one of our academic skills advisor would be able to advise on. Yeah, I mean, they do quick sort of 30-minute sessions about time management. And then sometimes there's slightly longer sort of one-to-one, face-to-face, I don't know, coaching, maybe I don't know if that's the right word, but that can give you some really one-to-one support with your time management and getting organised, and how to use some of the resources that we've got to help you organise the information you're finding, how to organise your assignments, how to think about your deadlines. So I definitely recommend the academic skills team in regard to that.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for answering all our questions, Jenny and Rebecca. You've been extremely helpful. It's time to reveal the winner of our Life at Suffolk prize bundle. So we're going to go over to the live prize draw now, and we are going to find out who has won our prize bundle. So we've got all our entries on the screen here. Here we go. Oh, congratulations, Carol and Kenwood. You have won the prize bundle worth £200. A member of our team will be in contact with you with the details of how to claim your prize. So fantastic. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. As we said, we've got another Facebook Live on the 6th of September with the Student Union team. We've also got a clearing open evening coming up tomorrow, the 24th of August, from 4:30 till 6:30. So please feel free to join us. Just go onto our website to register, or if you can't make that, you can book your own campus tour during August or September to get to know the campus further and get to know your new home, just by logging onto our website and going to campus tours. And you can also have a virtual tour from your very own home. But obviously, as you know, we're on LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So follow us on our social media accounts, and we will do our best to tell you about the university. Just a quick question about the open evening. So we've got a clearing open evening. So basically, we're just running campus tours on Wednesday evening for any students who have applied through clearing to the university. And we're just going to give you campus tours so that you can see around the university as you're making your decisions about accepting offers, interviews, etc. And the open evening, yes, Leah, the open evening is in person. So thank you very much, and we'll wrap it up there, and hopefully we will see some of you at our future events.